She's helping to put an end to the hot mess mom stereotype and empowering families with lessons on living with less. Author of Declutter Like a Mother, a guilt-free, no-stress way to transform your home and your life, Allie Casazza joins us live right here on the 4. First of all, Allie, good afternoon. Glad you're here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so let me read off just a little bit of your resume here. You have 100,000 followers on Instagram. You have this new book, Declutter Like a Mother. You have 8 million downloads on your podcasts and 4 children. So I would say you kind of know what you're talking about.
I know something about chaos.
Controlling some of that chaos, that's for sure. Where did you come up with the idea, Allie, of living with less stuff?
So about 9 years ago, I had just had a baby, my third baby, and something had to give, and it felt like every day something did give, but when I wasn't in control of choosing what that was, it ended up being my mental health, my emotional well-being, my relationship with my toddlers. It is chaos. To be a mom is chaos. And so I wanted to figure out how to be the one that decided what gave every day and not continuously keep cleaning up, keep running the clock all day, every day. And so I looked around and noticed that what I was doing most of the day was cleaning up things that we didn't necessarily need or use all the time. So I just started there and I was blogging about it and my life completely changed. And then the few hundred women that were following me at the time were doing the same thing with me. And it just over the years became this movement and it's beautiful.
So when you say that you were decluttering, did you really, when the kids were all finally down for a nap or to bed at night, start going through and getting trash bags, which then probably turned into a dumpster and just getting rid of a lot of the stuff? Is that really what you mean by decluttering?
Yeah, for me, I didn't know what minimalism was. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just a desperate mom that was tired of being tired and thought I would try something a little crazy. And my kids were so little, they couldn't really partake in decluttering. They didn't really know what was going on. So yeah, when they would nap, when they would sleep, I would just go into all the areas of the house and just ask, is this really worth my time? Because what takes up your space also takes up your time. And most of it, to be honest, it just wasn't. So we ended up with a lot less of what didn't matter and a lot more of what did, like I always say.
Before we run out of time here, tell me the one thing that I should start today in order to start decluttering my life. What do we do first? What's step one?
Start in the bathroom. It's the easiest room to declutter because there's not a lot of sentimental stuff in there. Just get some momentum and that'll help you keep going through the rest of the house.
You also mentioned in your book here, Allie, living with intent, setting intent, especially in your relationships with your children. What do you mean by that?
Just not reacting anymore, not just going with the flow and letting life happen to you and at you, really asking, what do you want? How do you want things to feel? How do you want your home to feel? How do you want your relationships to feel? And setting that intention and then aligning your actions and what's surrounding your environment with what it is that you really want.
So it's not just decluttering your home and cleaning out closets and drawers, it's really decluttering your life.
It is. It's your life, getting rid of stress and creating space for what you really want.
Where do we find you, Allie? Where can we find your podcast and your book?
The podcast is called The Purpose Show. I would love to have you guys there. That's probably the best place to start other than the book. The book is available everywhere books are sold.
All right, Allie Casazza, thank you so much for inspiring us. If you can do it with 4 kids at home, I know I can do it with my 2.
Thank you.
All right, Allie, thanks.